Hi, congratulations and thank you for requesting the Language of Problem Sums cheat sheet. I'm sure it will help you and your child to begin solving problem sums without much difficulty and frustration. The cheat sheet is being delivered to your email right now, and in the meantime, let me share with you how to use the cheat sheet. Before we start, my name is Saiful Rizal, known more affectionately as Coach Saiful, and my team and I have coached hundreds of students over the last 10 years to help children just like yours excel in math. Now, the reason why I'm able to help is because I used to fail math myself, and I went from F's to A's in less than 6 months. And I've turned how I did it into a step-by-step formula that your child can use to do the same as well. I've written about this formula in my book that has gone on to become an Amazon #1 international bestseller and is widely available at most popular bookstores in Singapore and Malaysia. I'm also a motivational speaker, and I've had the privilege to be invited to conduct programs in schools around Singapore, and I've also run a school of my own called Math Prodigies Learning Centre. Now, remember the formula I told you about earlier? I call it the Holistic Math Mastery Approach. And every day, the one thing we do is we take struggling students who are left behind and we give them an exact step-by-step system to increase their math scores by up to 3 grades in as short as 6 months, so that they can pass their PSLE with complete confidence to help parents just like yourself set their children up for a bright future. Here are some of the best examples of what this approach has done for our children. You can see over here on the left is Fermin. Fermin went from a 53% grade 5 to an A1, right? Over here, Farah on the right, she went from 61% to 85% in just 6 months. And of course, here are our Hall of Famers, I would call it. They reached the Hall of Fame because they went from, like Liana, she went from 18% to 100% after 4 years with us. And Declan went from 59% to 100% after 3 years with us. 2 or 3 years, I think. Alright? So these are the amazing things that can happen when we use the Holistic Math Mastery approach. But today, I'll focus on one thing. And that one thing is that parents often tell me they are struggling to help their children with in primary school. Yep, the dreaded problem sums and the skill of problem solving. Now, I've noticed that most parents simply ask their children to keep practicing problem sums from an assessment books, but in my experience, that's a rather hit and miss approach, and it's quite ineffective. So, I created a solution that avoids this problem. I call it the language of problem sums. It's time to say goodbye to all that stress and frustration. Say goodbye to wasting time and money. And most importantly, say goodbye to the days when your child was left behind in math. How? I'm going to show you how you can help your child to score in the problem sums, and this cheat sheet is the very first step. You see, most parents believe that their children are struggling in the problem sums because their command of English is poor. But it's not that they don't understand English. Let's be honest here, the English used in problem sums is rather basic. So what is it don't they understand? They don't understand that there are specific keywords in problem sums that are actually telling them what to do. And the language of problem sums forms the basis for the must-know and advanced problem-solving methods they must master in order to score A's in math. The Language of Problem Sums cheat sheet is a simple and powerful tool where you identify important keywords that literally tells you what problem-solving method to use. And to help you understand how to use it, I'm going to show you an example of a question that most students usually take too long to solve, and then I'm going to show you how you can help your child to cut their time in half by using this cheat sheet. Okay, so when you open up the cheat sheet, this is what you're going to see. You're going to see the must-know keywords number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And on top of that, I'll be given some practices, giving you some examples for you to try. But today, I'm just going to talk to you right now about one of them. I'm going to choose this one, number 4, because I think this will show you the impact of how powerful this language of problem sums really is. Now, I'll give you a quick overview first. Like, take a look at this. 2 over 5 of the lions are equal to 1 over 4 of the hyenas. Now, this is called the A over B equal to C over D. Now, there is a method to this, which is to convert to the common numerator. So let's look at this question. There are 304 students at the Science Centre. 3/4 of the number of primary school students are equal to 1 out of 5 of the number of secondary school students. The question is, how many more secondary school students than primary school students are there? So in this, what we're going to do is, as you can see, the child will realize there's 3 out of 4 of primary school students. That tells you what? It tells you that there's a total of 4 units. So he's going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4. And 3 of them, right, 1, 2, 3, is equivalent to 1 big unit of a secondary school student, right? So as you can see here, 1 big unit is equal to 3 small units. Now from here, it's very simple. We call this subdivide. In other words, we subdivide or cut each of these models into smaller equal parts. And that will give us, ta-da, something that looks like this, right? Now we put in the numbers. It says 304 students are total, so 304 for total, and we're looking for the difference, and the difference, as you can tell here, is 11 units. So this is quite straightforward, but it's a very long method. And how the child will do it is, you say, okay, 19 units is 304, 1 unit is 304 by 19, gives you 16, and to find the difference is 11 units, giving you 16 multiplied by 11, which is 176. All is good with the world. But what if your child can do this in half the time? So this is how we're going to do it, okay? 304 equal to 1 over 5. Now, if he notices the keywords 304, which is A over B, is equal, right? So equal to C over D, which is 1 over 5, he can straight away convert it to common numerator, which means that 3 and 1 has to be made into a common numerator, which means times 3, giving you 3 out of 15. Now, what does that tell you? It tells you that the primary school students have 4 units and the secondary school students have 15 units, saving you a lot of steps. And the child could immediately go to the next step and then finally solve the question just like that. That was eye-opening, wasn't it? For the next few days, I'll email you some more examples so that we can go through the rest of the cheat sheet in detail to help your child go from failing to excelling in math. Now, the language of problem sums, however, is just one step in a bigger roadmap that I call the Straight A's Roadmap. This is the exact 3-step system that even the least gifted, the most struggling students have used to go from failing to excelling in math. As such, I would like to offer you to send your child to us and let them experience one of our classes that's worth more than $50 absolutely for free. Now, who is this for? Now, if your child is overwhelmed, frustrated, and unmotivated, and their marks are stagnating, if they are in the range of literally 0 all the way to like 65, 75, right? This is for you. This is for your child. And the purpose of these free trial classes is for us to see if your child is a good fit for our center, and there are completely no obligations whatsoever or anything salesy at all to join us. If you decide, however, that your child loves it, just let us know and our branch manager will schedule your child in for the same time slot you attended the free trial for. So call us now at 8363-5713. Call us now at 8363-5713 and we hope to see your child here soon. Take care.
We all use math every day. Math is more than just formulas and equations. It's everything.